One skill you're always going to use in academic writing is proper referencing. In English, we follow the MLA format. I'll attempt to be clear and concise in demonstrating how to properly cite and reference. Foremost, understand why we need to cite and reference: to avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism, you'll recall, is taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as your own. There's no problem with presenting or using someone else's work, provided you acknowledge their work. And to do this, we rely on citations and references. Let's take a moment and be word nerds. We need to understand the distinction between quotations, citations, and references. To acknowledge that you're using someone else's exact words, we quote them. That's the verb. What we quote is called the quotation, and that's the noun. When we use quotation marks, we're indicating we're using their exact words. Now, if you refer to the source of your quotation or the work where you found someone else's material, then you're creating a reference. And these references for MLA are listed on the last page of your essay or presentation. It's the works cited page. Now, to indicate in your essay, paragraph, or slideshow what information, quotations, pictures, graphs you've taken from these references, you acknowledge or cite these. All these acknowledgments, or citations, are often indicated by parentheses. How does this all look in practice? Let's say I want to talk to you about some soccer facts. I want to include some fancy images to engage my audience. As it stands right now, I'm plagiarizing on this slide. I've never been this close to Ronaldo before, so I couldn't possibly have taken this photo. So I need to include a citation. So later, you can look at the references in the works cited slide and find the entry for Mac's app, so you know which work it came from. As for the other image, I took that picture of the book. So the soccer book needs no citation here because that image is my work. Now, are you under the impression that this image of Ronaldo is my work? Probably not, but just to be safe, I'll cite it. A fact about Ronaldo. Did you know that he's the highest goal scorer for current active players? It's true, according to Wikipedia. This isn't my fact, nor do I think it's common knowledge. So there are two ways I can cite this fact about Ronaldo in writing. First, I can say, according to Wikipedia, Cristiano Ronaldo has scored more goals than any other player who's currently still playing. Or I could say, Cristiano Ronaldo has scored more goals than any other player who is currently still playing. And at the end there you can see I have a citation for Wikipedia. These are called in-text citations because the citing we've done is in the text we've written. Here are a couple of other interesting factoids about soccer goals. First, something I learned from the soccer book: goals first had no crossbars. They used tape instead. So, the soccer book claims the first crossbars were added to soccer goals in 1882. Or, tape was replaced by heavier, more reliable crossbars in 1882. Or, the big change came in 1882. All soccer teams were required to replace flimsy tape with a proper crossbar. Notice you know exactly where the information came from in each sentence. Also, note that Goldblatt is the author of the soccer book, and it's his last name that's used in the citation. Regardless, you can see that none of the work on this page is mine. The second factoid: I love soccer goals. I have a web page where I post photos of posts. Get it? Posts of posts? Ask me about it sometime. I'll tell you where my work is. And it's all my work, so no citations are needed. Finally, we come to our last slide or page, the references or works cited page. I've cited a book, several images, and a website. They're all listed here. Notice they're in alphabetical order. Also, the second and any other subsequent lines are indented for each entry. And the hyperlink is included for work taken from the internet. And finally, if you were paying close attention, you'll have noticed I didn't cite my first image. I have a reference here, and I'm verbally acknowledging that the work is not my own.